I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about Bleeding Through and Overcast and Terror have been added to the New England Metal and Hardcore Music Festival. The latest additions to the New England Metal and Hardcore Music Festival have been announced. Bands like Bleeding Through and Overcast and Terror have been added to the already super stacked lineup. The event will take place the weekend of September 21st and September 22nd at the Palladium Outdoors in Massachusetts. Okay, so let's just go to the poster and talk about the bands that will be playing. Now, this is a 2-day music festival, late September in the Massachusetts, New England area. So it looks like they don't have it broken down by which bands are playing on which days or who the headliners are, but from the biggest names, you would say Killswitch Engage will be one of the headliners. I believe Killswitch Engage is one of the New England bands. Suicidal Tendencies, bands like Slaughter to Prevail, I believe that is, Machine Head, Converge, okay, Bane, As I Lay Dying, Nails, Terror, Overkill, After the Burial, what is that? Suicide Silence, is that their name? Incendiary, is that the Red Chord? Let me get in here just a little bit. I think that's the Red Chord. I believe that's the Red Chord. Bleeding Through, Throwdown, 200 Stab Wounds. Now, I just want to stop right here. This band, if you have not heard this band, go and listen to 200 Stab Wounds. They are the band of today. Honestly, I'm surprised they're on this list. This is a very, 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 very good band. 200 Stab Wounds. I just want to shout them out real quick. Other bands like Corpse Pile, Death Before Dishonor. Wow, let's stop the video again. I'm born and raised in New York. I'm more of a punk rock kid, so I wasn't into like the hardcore scene that much. But I do remember watching a documentary called Boston Beatdown, right? Let me say that one more time. Boston Beatdown. Now, you can hit the YouTube button. I believe the documentary is on YouTube, but I believe bands like Death Before Dishonor, Blood for Blood are like in that documentary, and I'm not gonna get into what happens in that documentary, but it was a wake up call. Yeah, but Death Before Dishonor, New England, Massachusetts band, they will be on the lineup. That's interesting. I don't see Blood for Blood, but I've heard of Death Before Dishonor before, to say the least. End of Sanity, Fleshgod Apocalypse. This is another really, 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 really good band. I like that band, Fleshgod Apocalypse. That's another band. If you have not heard, go check them out. Glacial Tomb, Ingested, good stuff. Jarhead, Fertilizer, that's another band you should probably go and check out. Mammoth, Grinder, Missing Link, Mouth for War, No Cure, Unbroken Wings. I feel like I've heard of Unbroken Wings before, right? I can't quote which songs, but I feel like I've heard of Unbroken Wings before. Overcast, Pain of Truth, Peeling Flesh, that seems like some kind of band I would want to listen to. Let me see who else. Since the Flood, Snuffed on Sight. Snuffed? Wow, is that like, because when I was younger, people would say, someone got snuffed, they got like punched in the face. I don't know if that's what that means. Who else? Two Piece, Upon Stone, With Honor. I feel like I've heard of With Honor before. But yeah, this is an interesting lineup. Like I said, I'm more punk rock. I have seen Roger Moret in the Disasters, Agnostic Front. I've heard of, growing up in New York, I've heard of Sick of It All, Agnostic Front, Madball, all of them give credit to, as they would call them, the Bad Brains. They all talk about New York hardcore, East Coast hardcore, Minor Threat, but they all talk about the Bad Brains when they talk about, hardcore. So I did, I could dig this stuff. It's probably not my first, I'm more punk rock, hip hop and stuff like that. But I could dig, hardcore bands. Like I said, I've seen Roger Moret in the Disasters. This is a fact. I saw Roger Moret in the Disasters in Boston at a place, I believe it's called the Avalon. It's like across the street from Fenway Park. And he plays, you know, he has his famous song is New York Belongs to Me, right? And me and my friend are the only two people in the crowd dancing to that song. It's a very dope moment. But yeah, I think it was called the Avalon. It was across the street from Fenway Park. So I've seen some hardcore bands before. I would attend this concert. I got to be honest, you know. Some of the bigger bands I'm not too crazy about. You know, I'm not the biggest Killswitch Engage fan, but, you know, I would love to see Suicidal Tendencies, Bane, Converge, Terror, Bleeding Through, you know, the Red Chord. The Red Chord is really good stuff. Bleeding Through. I want to see your face. Show me your true face. You know, that's a pretty cool. I think I've only heard one song from Bleeding Through, but that song is so good that I'm just like, you know, it's a good band, right? But that's the only song I've heard from them. But yeah, that's good stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing, you know, Bleeding Through. Obviously, I really, really, really would love to see 200 Stab Wounds. That is just like, that would be interesting. You know, I would have to go and check Death Before Dishonor out. If I'm in, you know, New England, Massachusetts, you know, Death Before Dishonor, I'll be thinking to myself about Boston Beat. All right, I'll be like, oh shit, how did I get here? This is interesting. But yeah, I would check out Death Before Dishonor and all the other bands that I didn't name, but, you know, Fleshgod, Apocalypse, I would check them out. But all the other bands I didn't name, I would hit the YouTube button, check out 2-3 songs that I like from them, songs I would want to see from them, T-shirts I would want to buy from these bands, and then, you know, decide who I would want to see. But yeah, this is, you know, seems like a pretty good lineup, a pretty strong lineup, headliners, mid-cards, band that I've never heard of before. So 2-day festival, probably going to be a bit expensive, but I would attend this festival. But let me know your opinion about this music festival. I am Jason. The world is yours. Today we had a story about the the New England Metal and Hardcore Music Festival. Features bands like Killswitch Engage, Suicidal Tendencies, Converge, the Red Chord, Bleeding Through, and 200 Stab Wounds. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.